Alrighty, you guys, welcome to our Monday night team huddle. I always ask if you guys are not somewhere that's super distracting, go ahead and turn your cameras on because it's just me, it's just us. We're here, no judgment, all love. And but of course, if you're driving or if you are in the middle of chaos, go ahead and turn your cameras off. But if you guys can turn your cameras on. My name is Heather Juno. I'm super excited because we do have a guest speaker hopping on in just a little bit. But before she hops on here, I wanted to go over some awesome announcements with you guys and some recognition and then some promotions. So here we go. You guys, I'm not going to go over everything that's new for the month of April because we've had multiple Zooms and Facebook Lives with corporate that's gone over everything with a fine-tooth comb. Also, make sure you guys Road to VIP Facebook page. They do trainings every single day on some sort of topic. So if you are ever wondering like, hey, I just started, or maybe I'm still learning, just like me, 10 years in the business, you guys, and I'm still learning, make sure that you guys are going to look at the Road to VIP page on Facebook every single day. Refresh it, check it out, and just see if there's anything on there that you have missed. We're going to start with some recognition, you guys. I know Gina's on here to shout out her girls. So Gina, why don't you just unmute real quick and go ahead and give some shout outs. And then we'll jump into Team Juno.
Hey guys, yeah, I just want to give a shout out. Do y'all know her? She's been loud and proud. My girl Jamie, she's always showing up, doing things. Communication is really good with her, and she's getting those enrollments. And she's gonna go diamond this month. I'm sure she's probably pooping her pants right now, but she's going diamond. And so she did a reel today, and she's just speaking from the heart, speaking from her excitement, and speaking from her experience with the product so far that she's having so much success. So that's key. Speak from the heart, and everything else will come.
Yes.
So good job. Jamie.
Yeah, good job, Jamie. I believe actually within our whole entire One Team, One Dream organization, Jamie had the most enrollments for loyal customers in the month of March. So shout out to you, Jamie, for enrolling 7 loyal customers. I wanted to give you a huge shout out for that. Also, I wanted to shout out, she's not on here, but she probably will watch the recording. I want to shout out Amanda Roberts. She literally joined, I want to say 3 or 4 days ago, you guys, and enrolled 2 loyal customers within her first 24 hours. And she is definitely a go-getter. So I'm just wanting to shout her out. So super proud of you, Amanda. Brianna, 4 loyal customers and 1 distributor in her first 30 days. So shout out to you for getting that 4-in-1 bonus. Shout out to Felicia Cook with her 4 enrollments and 1 distributor. So she also earned that 150 4-in-1 bonus. We have Letty with 2 loyal customers, Natasha with 3. Gina, I'm not sure if you had any enrollments or what those were. You can please let us know, because Gina and I don't have an upline. So in order to get shouted out, we do it ourselves. So, and you guys, we do this just so we can show you that we're leading by example. And, you know, before I tell you guys my enrollments for the month, if you guys are in any way, shape, or form brand new to this business or feeling like you're in a struggle whatsoever, I did a live on the Road to VIP Facebook page. It is still there to go watch. I tell you exactly what my daily 6 list is. And because of my daily 6 list, 35 loyal customers and 6 distributors in the month of March. That's one of my highest months. I don't know, you guys have been in 10 years. I can't remember what my highest is, but anytime I get over like 10, I'm like, hell yeah, girl. Good job. Good job. So I just want you guys to know that my months are not always like that. I told you guys, I think it was January. I couldn't even complete a 4-in-1 because I could not complete 4 loyal customers. And here I am, 35. So you guys, you just got to keep going. You know, they're there, but you can't give up. Okay. I do also want to shout out Ashley Harmon for re-ranking to Ruby, Sarah Merritt for promoting to Ruby last month and re-ranking this month. So she did requalify for her Ruby bonus. I want to shout out my hubby, Scotty. who is coaching baseball right now, so he's not on here, for re-ranking to Emerald. And for myself, I actually re-ranked with structure. Some of you guys are like, what the hell does that mean? You'll know, or we'll tell you. I re-ranked with structure to diamond. So that means I earned a $5,000 bonus, you guys, and I earned a success bonus last month. So your girl, I was like, I'm on top of shit. I'm doing this, you guys. So I wanted to let you guys know that. So we got our recognition going for, I don't know for the whole entire team, One Team, One Dream, you guys, but I do know last month, Team Juno enrolled 62 people, 9 distributors and 53 loyal customers. So you guys, that is huge. We had a great month, and I know that this month is just going to be even better. And we'll get some numbers combined with Team Shauna and Team Gina and myself. So couple things before we hear from our special guest. You guys, promotion, there's so many promotions right now that I had to go get clarification, and I'm still getting clarification. So I know you guys, a confused mind says no. So you're kind of like, where do I start? Also, you guys, my motto, if you do not know this, my motto is under promise, over deliver. Okay, under promise, over deliver. So what does that mean? That means don't tell these people that when they become a customer, they're going to get free collagen, free peppermint mocha, and stress less gummies, because I don't think that's the case. But let me tell you what's going on right now. I do know that anybody that does an order outside of an auto ship in the month of April, and they add the code collagen, okay, they add the code collagen, they can get a bag of collagen for $20. Okay. I heard if a customer, this is for, I believe, just customers, places an order of 100 BV or more, they'll get a free bag of peppermint mocha. And then also starting tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. California time, until Thursday, till Thursday around that same time, anybody that becomes a loyal customer distributor and uses the code join now, all one word, will get a free bottle of stress less gummies. My enrollments are going to be through the roof for the next 2 days. I can feel it now. Somebody, okay, Crystal, thank you so much. If you guys know these answers, and there's clarification. So peppermint mocha, I think that's what you're saying is $100 order. You'll get free peppermint mocha for customers and distributors. Thank you. You guys, I've been all over the place today. So I started seeing all these things come in, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I missing? So here's what I asked you guys. If you are unsure, go to that Road to VIP page, see what kind of info's in there. I'm still trying to find out like the fine print on all of these. I will tell you right now, usually you cannot stack promos. So don't tell your customers or distributors they're going to get all 3 tomorrow. My philosophy is right now I'm feeling like go for, like promote the stress less gummies. I feel like that's a good one. And then if you are enrolling a customer yourself because you have their info, start putting those codes in yourself and just kind of see, or do a fake order with like your spouse or someone and just kind of see what codes you can use. So lastly, you guys, well, not lastly, second to last, we are still doing host to post. It is a $20 buy-in. We're joining with Stephanie Dunn and Amber Parker's team. So $20 to participate. You guys, I do this. I did this last month and my enrollments were crazy. I got most of my enrollments from host to post. If you're brand new to the business, you're like, what the heck is a host to post? Don't worry, I got you. We got you guys. Don't worry. We are going to help you learn host to post as you earn at the same time. But $20, we're going to do a $500 giveaway on the 17th and a $500 giveaway on the 1st. And then we're still going to use that Google Doc form like we did last month. So just wanted to clarify that, and I'll put all that information on our team page. And then last announcement, you guys, our contest for this month. So take some notes real quick. I'm going to do the post shortly after this Zoom, but we're doing bingo. We're bringing bingo back. Drop a number 1 in the chat if you've been with me long enough to where you've seen the bingo game. I actually feel like everybody's pretty new. I was like, Ashley's going to know, Sandra, probably Gina, and that might be it. So you guys, I'm going to post a bingo card later. and you're going to look at the bingo card, and it is up to you to do two things. It's up to you to update your bingo card. You don't have to print it out, but you can use any app or tool to mark your bingo card with some sort of a, either an X or whatever you want to mark it with once you complete it. Okay. And what you're going to do is once you mark your first slot on the bingo card, you're going to post it in the comments of the post on our team page. And then you're just going to keep replying, but you guys have to have proof. Okay. And once you see the bingo card, you guys, you're going to understand where the proof comes from. Some of the ways to earn a box is enrolling. So enroll a customer, enroll a distributor, run your auto ship. Okay. So this bingo contest is going to go between now and next Monday. I know that some of you guys are like, well, that's not a lot of time, but we need to work fast. This is not like, don't do anything for 2 weeks and then the last week of the month, like try to cram it all together. We need to hit these ranks, hit these promotions, and lock in these checks, you guys, and bonuses early in the month. So that's why we're doing it between now and next Monday. So there's going to be dates on there. I will tell you guys, all of you guys that are on here tonight, you're going to get to mark the middle box. The free space is not necessarily free. The free space is anybody that is on here tonight and anybody that watches this recording. Yeah, we have a Jamaica trip to earn, you guys. Like, come on, like, let's go. Like, we're not waiting. We're doing it now. So we will post the bingo card. I'll go over it too on a live, probably tomorrow, to just go over some more details on that. But I'm super excited for the bingo. Your prizes are going to consist of lots of It Works gear, you guys, shirts, sweatshirts, cups, mugs. I have duffel bags. I have backpacks. Like, I've got some good stuff to be giving away, you guys. So super excited about that. And you guys, we're going to go ahead and take it over to my sister from another mister who we got a chance to meet in Punta Cana. I've seen her all over the place, you guys. And when we finally got to meet, we were just like, I mean, instant connection. Gina can say the same thing. Gina was there, Gina, and just fell in love with this girl. Like, our husbands, like, literally, they're like, have a bromance now. It's a thing. It's just so amazing. And what I've seen this girl do between October to now, not only in her business with enrollments and bonuses and re-ranks, but you guys, if you have not seen her before and after photo go viral yet, oh my gosh, it is incredible. We're going to post that if you guys haven't seen it. And then Katlyn, you can probably share your screen if you can, or I'll be able to share my screen. But you guys, we're going to hear from the one and only Katlyn Snyder. And she is going to tell us a little bit about her story and how she has had this amazing success with not only her results with the products, but also with her re-ranking and her promotions. So Katlyn, take it away, sis. I want you to just start tonight, go and do what you need to do and want to do, and then go ahead and close this out too. We're just so honored and excited, you guys.
I love you. I just do. Listen, she was being kind in how we met, because what she didn't mention is that, like, I fangirled her in the middle of this Chinese restaurant or Asian restaurant. I literally was like, because we had just started her power hours and they started this huge whirl of momentum on our team. So I fangirled her. And then the next day I was more human and she came up and we ended up spending the entire Punta Cana trip together with Gina and her team. And it was amazing. And just talking about, because like we were just talking about Jamaica, the best thing that I did for my business was not count myself out of Punta Cana. I had counted myself out at like all the island trips and all the things that it took to go there. I mean, it was just surpassed on such a level that it was like kind of comical. I was like, okay, like I'll just watch through pictures. But Punta Cana, I didn't count myself out. And it not only like changed my business, but for sure, especially with me and my husband, like it solidified a lot for the business in our lives. And we just know. So don't count yourself out, even though 5,000 points and all the things that it takes to get the points, like don't count yourself out. Just put one foot in front of the other. All right. So my name's Katlyn. I've been in the business 7 years. And I started as a stay-at-home mom. I had been a restaurant manager, worked my way up from hostess to going to be a proprietor for Outback Steakhouse. That was the goal. I have a past of failure. I went to nursing school and did all the things that you're supposed to do. I have no friends to show. Like, I didn't do much in college except study and work. I never became a nurse. I took my boards 5 times and failed every single time, and really was super lost. So we ended up, right before I entered proprietorship management training, my grandfather passed away. We were at his viewing and Jim got a call that he got a job promotion in Colorado. They said, can you be here in 5 weeks? And we said, yes. So we left PA, we went to Colorado and took our whole life out there. It was just us and Aiden at the time. And that's when Sam started the business. So I started seeing her post in like 2012 when we were in Colorado. I got pregnant with Grace. I remember making the decision up in my mind that I was going to use Sam's product like after I had the baby. Ended up getting the wraps from someone that Jim worked with. We used a wrap each, tight, like wrapped it so tight around our bodies. We didn't even know what we were doing. We didn't have 6-packs afterwards. And I was like, this stuff doesn't work. And that was like my experience with it works. And then life happened. I like gained a relationship with Christ out in Colorado, which is such a big part of my story because I allowed every other thing that came into my life to be presented more as an opportunity. I finally was able to let go of the failure that I had. I felt like that didn't define me, and like that there could possibly be a chance that there's something else out there waiting for me. And I could like allow myself permission to be successful in something else, even though that wasn't going to be nursing. So we came back to PA, we bought a house, everything looked great, but we were struggling month to month and we were robbing Peter to pay Paul. And I'm going to skip all this stuff. Sam came to me around New Year's, asking me into the business for probably like the 30th time. And I remember Christmas that year, we wrapped the presents for the kids and I bawled in the basement because I couldn't believe the piles were so small and we didn't have anything else to spend. So like, it was just this daunting feeling. And I think that like a lot of us, a life change happened and it just was the decision there. So she came back around, I gathered the information. I remember telling her I had to wait 2 weeks because we were only one income. And I took the $99 without asking Jim out of the bank account whenever he got paid 2 weeks later, and I joined. And my husband picked up the pieces of my failure in nursing, and he looked at me, he hates this part of my story, but he looked at me from across the kitchen table and he was like, you're going to fail. And I'm not picking the pieces back up. And the products don't work and the business is a hoax. And I can't believe you did this. And looking back to who I was and the lack of confidence that I had in myself, nothing but the Holy Spirit was in me because I was like, I'm gonna show you. Like he lit a fire underneath. Now he'll take credit for that, but that's not fair. But like he lit a fire underneath me and I just started slinging customers. My first post was a hair, skin, and nails post. I don't even know what I was doing, but literally anything that Sam told me to do, I did. And I was determined. For nobody else except him. I went Ruby in my first 90 days, took him to Pittsburgh for a Pirates game for his birthday, paid for everything myself because I got $1,000 bonus. And that was like the start of our business. Okay, what do I say now? That's my story. Now I'm in the business 7 years.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So, okay, you guys, how many of you drop a number 5 in the chat if you're like I was just gonna say can relate, like, or maybe you just joined this business and you're like, this is what I've been worried about, or this has been my fear. Like, you guys, like, she is so relatable. And I know so many girls on my team that tell me these same exact stories, but the difference is, you guys, a lot of those people quit and give up. They literally quit and give up. And Katlyn did not give up. And you guys, her story is freaking amazing. But now let's fast forward. So I do want you to talk a little bit. So you already said, don't count yourself out for Jamaica, right? Mm-hmm. So when you kind of tell us why you were already counting yourself out for Punta Cana. Like, was it the rank you were paid as? Was it, maybe you weren't feeling confident in your business? Like, why do you feel that maybe you were counting yourself out for Punta Cana last year?
I have never been a mass enroller. I've never been a mass enroller. Like, I'm an average 15 to maybe 20 customers a month. Well, we'll say I'm a Steps to Success girl. And if you guys don't know what that is, it was like 4 customers and 3 distributors, right? That was the steps of
Yep.
success. Like I would complete steps of success once or twice a month, 3 times, you know, like I've had banging months, don't get me wrong, but not on a regular, consistent basis. So when I was seeing the amount of distributors, like people were enrolling to go on these trips, like 20 to 30, 40 to 50 distributors and like 100 customers, I was just like, that's not really my style. It was just honest. Like, it was like, I just have always found this sweet spot, and what I'm good at, it may not be mass enrolling, but I'm good at building relationships only because I just am who I am. Like, probably talk to any kid with childhood trauma. Like, we're just kind individuals because you've probably been through hell and back. So like, I know how to talk to people. I know how to comfort people, and I know how to encourage people because I am determined to be the person that I didn't have when I was younger or when I was going through things. And so you don't have to, like, my goal is never to be a mass enroller. My goal is to perform at the highest level that I can, but also believe in people and show them what to do enough that they can do it too. Because if I do it and Natasha does it and Sandra does it and Jamie does it, and we all are like solid 10 to 15 to 20 customers and 3 to 4 distributors, like that's really all it takes. I know you can look at a chart and see like, oh my gosh, that's overwhelming. It's not. You just need a couple people with a similar heartbeat that like goes after the same things and can encourage each other. And I did this vision casting thing one time, and it was like, you know, don't give somebody a chair and tell them to rest. Hand them a glass of water, let them take a break, and then keep going. Like, you just need the right minded people around you to encourage you to keep taking the same steps. So I think I know that's why I counted myself out. And then Punta Cana, I was like, no, I'm not. I can be on there, you know, with around those people. And that's what I did. And I just took it 1, 4, and a 1 at a time, like 1, 4, and 1 at a time.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I did the same thing. We had a trip prior to COVID. It was to Margaritaville. And you guys, I was in a place in my business years where I literally I totally counted myself out. I had earned 2 incentive trips prior, but for some reason I was a place in my business where I was in comparison mode. I would kept comparing my enrollments to somebody else's, and it held me back. And so I didn't earn that trip to Margaritaville. And when I didn't see my name up there, I literally burst into tears because I was so mad at myself. Like, I wasn't mad at anybody else but me, because I was like, I could have been there. I could have done it, but I did not believe in myself. And I said, no more. I am going to believe in myself. And just like I told all of you guys on my live the other night, you better all have requested that time off already for November 2nd through the 5th. I said the 1st through the 6th for travel time, and put it on those family calendars and believe that you're going now, and not wait and see if you make it and then start to believe it. You know what I mean? So Katlyn, I love that. Now let's talk about what's happened in the last, 3 months or so? 3 to 4 months, 3 to 5 months. So talk a little bit about how, like, the steps, like, you have re-ranked, you earn bonuses, but it's not because of necessarily the perfect script or the perfect host to post. It's because you have been a product of the product. So I want you to share with I'm going to try to share your picture on the screen with my phone real quick, but I want you to tell everybody like how, like, what your numbers were realistically, like if you have them, and what you did to attract those customers and those distributors.
Okay. So let's go to October. We went to Punta Cana. Heather and I had this like last day convo as like the waves came up over our feet and stuff. And we talked about what it would be like when we came home, you know? And October, November, December, and January were probably some of the hardest months that I've ever been through in the business, ever. We're a 1-income family, and with this business, like, my husband has been able to stay at home with us since Lucas was born. And I'm sure, you know, Real's pay went away and mine got restricted months before. And so our family was faced with a little bit of like, cool, like the business, because of my own decisions that I'm able to see now, let me put that out there. The business was heavy. I was working my business full of fear, like literally messaging and just fearful and just every doubt. And that's when top leaders left. That's when rumors were going. And it was like, oh my gosh, this is literally chaos. And I don't do well in chaos. Not that I have to be in control, but I don't do well in chaos. And I mean, talk about allowing negativity to just consume you. I just let it consume me to the point where I didn't even know which way was up, y'all. I knew I worked my business every day, but there was zero belief, and it was full of fear. And it was like, everything's gonna fall apart. I can't do this. Oh my God. And it was awful. And it was like the weirdest months that I've had in a really long time, because I have exceeded any expectation that I had for myself in this business by going triple. COVID hit. I don't know whose business didn't boom when COVID hit, which was totally unexpected, but it totally did. And I held triple for months by volume, and I got comfortable because everybody was doing, whatever. And I was still performing and earning my 4-in-1s and earning success bonuses, and everything looked great from the outside, but something switched that I wasn't helping my team promote. We didn't place anymore. It was kind of like we worked side by side, but we were like in our cubicles. And I don't know. I don't know how. I'm trying to ask the Lord to like guide my words here, because I want to articulate so bad what it was that got me to make the decision to be where I am 90 days later. And 90 days isn't that long, right? So it finally got to the point where I was like, you either roll over and die, sis, or you get up. Like, there's no one coming to save you. There's no one coming to like amp you up and build your belief. Like, your family is on the line here. So like, what is it? And we talk about these things, but it's usually in the beginning of our business, and we experience these things, but it's usually when we're ignorance on fire. And it's a little bit different when you've been in for 7 years and you have to continuously reinvent and pivot and be there. And you hear these things so much that they go through one ear out the other until it is personally happening to you. And you're like, zoink, like this is real life. And I had to make the decision to stop chaos as much as I could, which led me to going back to basics in business and literally trying to remember and going through old notebooks of like, what did you do to just start this business? And that can be kind of embarrassing 7 years in, especially known as like top 150 and like all these things, right? But I'm still human and I'm still me. And like, I still have all the things that I've had that were insecurities before that were really loud, kind of having these accomplishments alongside me. So I had to go back to basics of what the business was. And when I started this, I used the products. That's it. Like, I just used the products and I talked about them every day. There wasn't a day that I didn't make my coffee on live. There wasn't a day. I don't even know what I talked about. I just made my coffee and I talked about it every day. Like, I went live all the time. In my memories, I can see it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5. Went live multiple times a week, talking about the business, talking about our story, talking about whatever. And I realized that I had become very robotic in this piece of like, well, I am known here, so I need to pound out this amount of messages and have this amount of statistics so that I can have this amount of numbers. And I lost my relationship building skills. And I lost what this is really about, which is like connecting and really helping somebody. To be super honest, and I'm going to talk about this more in like my products thing, I was pushing gummies and I wasn't even being consistent or getting results from them. I was talking about a product I wasn't even believing in necessarily that I had the results. I knew they worked, like I saw results of other people, but I just got lazy in some areas of my business and I over-exercised areas that didn't matter, right? And so I just got back to basics. I decided that, Lucas is 18 months. It's time to start getting your results. And it was aloe. And that got me really excited. I was really excited for aloe. And I tried it at conference and I put it on my auto ship there. And then Slimmer came out and I put that on my auto ship there. And I just said, like, I had started and stopped with the journey, right? Like, real good with my products for a week and then off, and then real good with whatever. So I just said, like, it's literally like you're gonna have to look at your kids and be like, I didn't want to get myself in a better place. So I just let everything fall apart and felt bad for myself and had a victim mindset. And I can't do that. So I just started, and it was still rocky, but instead of self-sabotaging or binge eating whenever I didn't do well that day, like I just continued to tell myself, like, just get through today, just get through today, just get through today. And then I started feeling a little bit different in the first 30 days. So this is what I'm taking. So slimming trio, but I do 2 bottles of gummies. So I do aloe in the morning. I make my coffee at the same time. I put my slimmer down and 4 gummies. So that's everything that I do in the morning. And then I take 2 thermophyte in the afternoon. And then I take 2 fat fighters after dinner every single night. Now I have hydrate and stuff like that I use to get my water intake in, but like, that's what I'm doing. So I just started like that. Like I came down and first thing I did was stand at the coffee bar and like get all that in. So like I already did most of my stuff and I made the next right decision. And I just kept putting one foot in front of the other. And 30 days, I started to see some results, but nothing too crazy. And then I went 60 days, but I was taking pictures. Take pictures no matter how hard it is. Take little videos no matter how hard it is. Like, I'm serious. Like, put yourself in a bathing suit and video you front and back. I want you to snap pictures. I want you to go through your old pictures of the pictures that you hated, and I want you to put them in your favorites, because you are going to want those pictures to compare when you do 30, 60, and 90 days. That's why my business is booming right now, because through it all and through the heartache that it sometimes takes to like look in the mirror and not feel like yourself, but still choose to love yourself, I smiled through those pictures. My Punta Cana pictures are probably going to be my best testimony, because I chose to still dress my body the way that I wanted to, even though I didn't feel super comfortable, and I refused to let myself have a bad time there because of my outside appearance. Like, there's a lot of humbling. If you're not in the place that you want to be, you have the ultimate opportunity for humility, and nothing will make you a better person in this business than humility, to be able to relate and understand where people are coming from, like real life. So got all my products in. 60 days is when I started to see a difference. Like, that's when I put my before and after, and I was like, shit, like that, like there's a difference. Like I'm not like making that up, and I'm not sucking in, and I'm not pretending, because I did that too. I'll be super transparent with you. I've done that too, where I like suck in a little bit more in my, and then I'll take off, go figure. But like I've done it all, right? Like I've done it all. So I remember feeling that, and it was like, it was so simple, right? Like, then the belief started to come back. Then I started having more confidence talking about it. I had more confidence to say the things that I wanted to, and everything just compounded together. And then I just finished my 90 days with it, and I put the dress back on that we wore in Punta Cana, and I couldn't believe the way that it hung on me. Like, I couldn't, and I even had Spanx on in my before picture. Let me tell you that too. So like, there was no, like, that was like not even, real. I had like this awful girdle on that night, but me being able to see results in the product has breathed life into my business that I made it my decision not to experience by not being consistent with them. Right. But I missed that, and it was immediately back in 90 days. What's 90 days for how I felt those previous months? And like, Heather struggled to enroll like minimum, I know we don't have quotas, but like minimum quotas of like what we're going for, and feeling like nobody was talking to me, feeling like I was a fraud in my business, feeling like maybe this is it for me. Like, maybe this isn't real life. Like, maybe I just, like lost something along the way. And to simply use the products and have a testimony 90 days later, this full of belief and this confident, it should show that you, no matter where you are in your business, you always have an opportunity to turn it around. Like, we're so fortunate to have this business that gives us a commissions check based off of how we treat ourselves and the choices that we make day in and day out. Like, your mission should be to be the best version of yourself, healthy in the best way that you want to be, because what I'm seeing is that the money flows, like it follows that. And here, like I had not gone to church for so long. I started going to church. Something as simple. What were my basics? My basics were to use my products. My basics were to talk about the products. My basics were to go to church on Sundays and stop trying to control and hold everything. And 90 days later, I'm a completely what I feel to be like different and better and mature and experienced and all the things that make somebody feel good. And it isn't I am using the lose host to post. And I am using the one girl's picture where she like has her shirt up and like the jeans, whatever. Like I am using that, but and I'm happy to share my wording with you too, but I ask them if how much weight they want to lose in 90 days. I ask them if they have any sensitivity to caffeine. And then based off of their answer, I'll voice message them and say, hey, like, I hope it's not weird. I'm sending you a voice message, but I'm going to share exactly with you what I'm using. And I'm going to share my results with you so that you know that these products work. I'm going to share the exact routine that I do with, how I'm eating, my intermittent fasting, things like that. And we'll get you set up. And then I start there. I send all the product information, my results. Usually people are like, that sounds great. I'm sending the price, and I do Slimming Trio plus Aloe, which is 140 and a 90 BV order. And then I'm also coming in with a voice message after I send the product information. And I'm saying, just so you know, I personally am taking 4 gummies a day. I don't want you to see me talk on my live videos and see that I say 4 and I'm giving you 2. So if you want to add on an additional bottle of gummies so that you have the suggested amount, totally up to you. I can throw it in. The amount of people last month that said yes to that's 117 BV order. So I don't know my numbers necessarily for November, December, January. They weren't awesome. They were probably 10 to 12. Like I'm probably giving myself a little bit grace, and they were a struggle to get and enroll and hard and whatever. Last month, I enrolled 27 customers, which is the highest that I've definitely enrolled, but I brought in over 2,000 volume myself because those customers weren't less than 60 BV. Most of them were 90 to 117 BV. Some people added on a month of coffee because, again, just like the gummies, I'm saying like, okay, this is what I do. This is the pack that I'm going to tell you about because I believe my supplements are really like the reason why everything's moving and grooving. But if you want to know exactly what I'm doing, it's the extra bottle of gummies and the keto coffee. Had a couple people throw a whole month order of keto coffee on. That's like 148 BV order. And now I know they have 30 days of coffee, a full month of aloe, 4 gummies, Slimmer, and Thermophyte X. Tell me who's not going to get results if they use it right. Like that's how aren't you going to get results? You're going to get results. So here's my plan. Okay. I'm letting you in on it. Here's my plan. My plan is to be better at customer service because that's also something that completely and also made me feel like a fraud. It was awful. Don't do that. Talk to your customers. Who cares if they say it's not working? I don't like it. Okay. Talk to them. Like, please don't avoid them because it just is really hard to like stir yourself back up and be like, hey, hello. Anyways, my goal is to like everybody that's getting the products because my results are so good. I have people like my customers that haven't gotten their product yet. They're like, oh my God, I'm so excited for my journey. I'm like, oh, you don't know if it's going to come around. Like there's such testimony in this business of faith because it doesn't happen unless you have the faith that it does, but you don't experience it unless you actually trust the faith that it's going to happen. Like you don't get to experience things unless you actually put yourself out there and build the muscle memory of faith. So like, it's just crazy whenever you like have what I had a couple months ago and now I'm on a Zoom talking about life being completely different whenever there was times then that like, I don't know if that was going to happen. But my goal for all these people is I'm going to ask them all into the business. You can't wait. I'm actually like waiting to ask them into the business because I've told everybody that I started seeing and feeling results physically around 60 days. So like, hi, we're going to use the products for 30 days. And then I'm going to ask you into the business because as you start to see and show your results, then you can start making money while just continuing with your 90 days. And you know what? If your 90-day mark and you see that the business isn't for you, cool. You can keep that account and order your products and stay a loyal customer. Don't care. Perks member. Like I'm excited to ask these people into the business because they're going to see results and they're going to be excited. And if I can build If I can go back to basics and build a team that uses the products and shares about it and doesn't overcomplicate it and just does that, then I'm going to have a successful team because it's going to be full of belief. It's going to be full of results. And we're going to have 80 BB auto ship set up because everybody's going to be a product of the product. So like, hi, like that's what I want. That's like popping rubies very easily. And especially building the packs. Like on Sam's team, Sam Bowers is my upline. Like, I don't think there's many distributors on our team that are not talking about packs. Like very rarely, I think right now people are talking about packs or single products. Like there's no one booming anything less than a Slimming Trio and Aloe or a Bye Bye Love handles or a 14 Easy and Aloe. Like that's a 400 box and 5 customers, friends. Like that's $150 bonus with a distributor and you're going Ruby. And then you're able to teach the simplicity of the business. So I rambled a lot, but
you did so good. Like I don't know about you guys. I haven't even shown you the pictures yet. I'm about to. As I get ready to show these pictures, I want you to everybody better have pen and paper or somewhere to take notes because after I show you guys these pictures, you are going to be ordering these products probably tonight on your auto ship. Okay. So as I'm sharing this, tell everybody again what products you're ordering. And if it's a pack, like the Slimming Trio is a pack that gets you 3 of those products. So let us know what you're using and if there's a pack as I'm sharing these photos, guys. Take a look.
Okay, so I do keto coffee. I went old school after my 3rd baby. So I never went back to Skinny Brew. I can't do it. It pops hairs on my chest. I can't handle it. Oh, that scared me. So I do keto coffee and then I do aloe and I do the Slimming Trio with an additional bottle of gum. So I do coffee aloe, 4 gummies, slimmer, and 2 Thermophyte X at lunch. And then I do Fat Fighters after dinner.
And some of you guys are so new on here that you're like, I don't know what any of those products are or what they do. But you guys, that is what your website is for. And that's, you guys, I feel like these pictures are literally like, I don't care what they do. Tell me how to order them. I feel like that's what customers are doing right now, you guys. I mean, look at this. So picture on the left is Punta Cana. And you look amazing. Like, I mean, when I saw the picture on the right the other day, I was like, what? Like,
I know.
I didn't even know that you needed to have that dress baggy. You know what I mean? Like you just,
yeah, I know.
You are so beautiful, but like, I could not believe this picture, you guys. Look at that. And then here is, I think this might be your 60 days. Is this 60?
Yeah, that's 60. Yes.
Look at that. 60 days, you guys. 60 days.
I've learned that people liked clothed before and afters a bit better. So
I love it. Felicia, it was Fat Fighters. So those are the supplement that you take after you eat that helps block carbs and fat. So Fat Fighters. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, you guys, and I have these photos. I will share these with you guys, and you guys get to share these photos and let them know that your new friend, Katlyn, that you met tonight is having these results. You know,
for real, that's the power of products and having relationships like this. Like you can tag me in that and I can come in there and be like, yeah, girl, like I can share another before and after. I can share like a newer before and after. So don't feel free to do that. That's just adding more authentication, something like that. Like that's what the word I'm trying to use. Like it shows that it's real for sure.
Yeah. So good, Katlyn. I'm so excited for you. Like, so you've inspired me. Like, I've been doing great with my weight loss. Then, of course, we all hit that like rut, you know, where like life gets busy. You stop doing your healthier meals, and then, oh, well, I forget to take my products. And then 2-3 weeks goes by, and you're like, damn it. And so I've decided as soon as we get back from Arizona, I'm on the Katlyn Snyder plan. Like here, this is what we're doing. And I'm going to have these photos as well.
That's so crazy. It's so crazy though. And that's a decision that I made in my house by myself in one of the lowest points. You know what I'm saying, guys? Yeah. Like it really is like, it's annoying to hear, but you're going to be faced with a time that like, you'll understand when they say like, you have to make a decision. Yeah. You have to make a decision. Like you keep going down the path, you know where you're going to end up. Yeah. And I just needed something a little bit different.
Yeah. Sandra asked if you were working out at all.
No. I know that's like voodoo, but I don't. I intermittent fast. I don't eat past 8. I have my keto coffee in the morning. I eat between 12 and 1 o'clock. I try to hit like 15 to 18 hours of fasting. And then I do a lazy low carb, And I say lazy low carb because I have an almost 13-year-old in full-time baseball. I have an almost 9-year-old in full-time competition cheer, and an 18-month-old doesn't eat shit. So like, sometimes it's pasta or raviolis or hot dogs for the gazillionth time. Like, and I don't always have things in my house right now. Like, that's what I'm finding too. Like, I'm not having all the things in my house that make it easy. So like, you know what? I don't want to eat a burger without a bun. So I'm going to eat a bun. And then I'm going to take my fat fighters and I'm going to move on. And I think that's
Yeah.
probably been the best approach that I've had when I'm not doing it. Like, there are days that I kill it, and then there's other days that Kraft mac and cheese is my jam. So
Yeah.
I'm going to eat it and then move on.
So if you guys like your takeaway from this, I mean, besides just so much inspiration and like determination and belief and having faith, but your takeaway from this, number one, should be excited to try our products. So many people, I feel like, get into this business and try to figure out how they can make money without using our products, but our products are freaking amazing. So figure out a way that you're going to use these products. Okay. And then once you use these products, you guys, if you're not blasting it all over your social media and you are having results, and even if you aren't having results, you don't wait to share your results and then talk about the product. You bring people along the journey with you. And that's what Katlyn does in her posts and her stories, on her lives that she does. You guys, like when we got the Slimmer, none of us knew what the hell it did. No, none of us knew what it was going to do, but we went live or we shared a post and said we are excited to start using this. So you guys don't need that perfect script for somebody to give to you. Bring people on the journey with you of learning how to use these products, learning how to do this business, learning like it's okay to learn as you earn. And I think that's like a big takeaway tonight, is that you don't have to be the perfect distributor in this business. You can have your ups and your downs, and you can have that lack of confidence, but you got to figure out how to get out of that. You can't stay in that victim mentality of, I don't know what I'm doing, I suck at this. So yeah, my computer's like, your battery is really low. I'm like, yeah, I know.
For real, you don't wait for your before and afters. Your 5-pound weight loss and your excitement will sell these products more than hiding behind the screen and then being like, look, I did it. Like, that's, people are going to buy that from you for sure. And your vulnerability and just being yourself, you're going to be able to relate to people. So just put it all out there. And it's not, Heather's so right that people try to figure out a way to sell this without using it, or feel like, well, I don't want to use weight loss. Or when you talk about something that you're excited about, you aren't spammy or salesy. Right. Think about when you get your nails done or you go to your favorite restaurant. Oh, girl, get me talking about food. I will make you go to any restaurant. Like, I will literally describe every flavor profile on your palate and you'll be like, I'm going. Does that make me salesy because I can't stop talking about how good X, Y, and Z is? No. Like, what comes across is my belief. So you think you have to have it figured out before trying the products or before finding results. It doesn't work like that. Where your authenticity comes from is using the products and just talking about it. It's so annoying that it's so simple, but it is.
So good. Katlyn, so good. You guys, by the way, she is on the East Coast over there with Jamie. So it is almost 11 p.m. her time. And she was able to do this for us tonight. And I'm so thankful, Katlyn. Like, I was like, I just like literally today, I was like, we need to hear from Katlyn. Like, today's the day. We got to hear first. The 3rd of April. It's the beginning of the month. Let's get going. So Katlyn, thank you so much, girl.
Thanks for having me. Love ya.
And I love you with all my heart and soul. And we will see you guys on 9 a.m.
Bye,
Power
Gina.
Hours. Love you guys. Love you, G. Bye.
Bye.
Guys.